The whole area was farmland, more or less, all open country. It was lovely to see it.
If you could imagine having been penned into trench warfare for years, getting up, doing terrific bombardments, taking 100 yards of trench, being pushed back, the flow of war going back and forward for very little gain and terrific casualties. To suddenly find yourselves out on the open country, grassland, being able to gallop over the place, you know, it was a changed world altogether.
Well, it was movement all the time. Movement all the time. Open warfare, up and over, you see.
Gradually, of course, the war was coming to an end by that time, and the Germans were becoming more and more disorganized and dispirited.
Because German troops then were absolutely in chaos. Usually well disciplined, now they were panicking.
By late October 1918, Germany was reaching the end. Its armies were retreating on the Western Front. Of its allies, the Bulgarians were suing for peace, while the ancient Ottoman, Turkish and Austro-Hungarian empires were both disintegrating and defeated. Germany's civilian population was starving, and mutinies broke out in ship after ship in the navy. The Kaiser faced the prospect not just of defeat, but of revolution.
In 1918, when I became a soldier myself, first son of an active officer, I wasn't asked, I was just shoved into the business. I didn't like it at all. In a garrison town south of Frankfurt, I think discipline was getting rather slack. You could see it on the streets when soldiers coming from the front didn't take the pains of saluting officers anymore. They thought the officers running around in the garrison had a very good time, so why should they, the front people, salute them? That was, considering the discipline in the Prussian army, a very great change. And it showed that something was breaking.
This war was the war to end all wars. But it did not. War all over the world is still going on, and seems as though it will never end. This film is to say, lest we forget.